Welcome to Addicted to Real Estate TV. On today's episode, we're going to talk about wholesaling to yourself. That's right, wholesaling to yourself. So stick around, I'm going to share with you a really interesting philosophy.
To say you gotta know somebody, or know somebody to get somewhere these days. To say you know that's alright, yeah that's alright. Cause you know that's alright with me. Yeah, you know that's alright, yeah that's alright. Cause you know that's alright.
Hi, I'm your host, Phil Falcone. Today's episode was sponsored by Realty Mark 100, located on 309 in Montgomeryville, PA, where real estate agents pay $100 a month and they get to keep 100% commission. That's right, you're not hearing things. 100% commission. Give them a call at the phone number above. Check them out at the website below. All right, so today I promised to talk about a philosophy I doubt you've ever heard of. It's called wholesaling to yourself. All right, now if you're not wholesaling properties, you really should get out there and do some of them, even if you just want to do one. I love to do different real estate strategies at least once, just so I can feel comfortable doing it, understand it. Actually, to do one is the best way to understand it. Most people research everything before they go out and do it. They make sure that they understand every one of the 50 steps involved in doing the deal before they do it. This is not my style. I usually just decide I'm going to do something. I go out and I do it, and I figure it out. Okay, so that way, it's a very liberating feeling when you do that. Because when it's finished, guess what you are? By definition, if you did a wholesale deal, you're a wholesaler. Okay, it's just another tool in your toolbox. It's another trick. It's another gun in your holster. You make sure that you can do every kind of deal out there that there is. It's very important because you will begin, as you do each one of these deals, you'll begin to easily recognize that, you know what, this is a wholesale deal, or this is a short sale, or this is a subject to deal. We'll get more into that in the first quarter of 2012. I'm coming out with a special new package. It's really going to help people to be able to identify what is a proper technique to use and how to make money off of every single phone call that you get for a real estate deal. When someone calls you, when they call a We Buy Houses sign, I'm going to give you all the different ways to make sure that when you go to that meeting, you have the maximum potential to make money off of every one of those deals possible. All right, so let's talk about the wholesaling to yourself. What am I really saying here? Okay, let's start with a quick definition of wholesaling. You see a property that you want to buy. You think it's a good deal, so you get it under contract immediately, okay? And now what you're going to do is you turn around, you take that property, and you try to market to some other real estate investor who's preferably going to buy it for cash and pay you a fee, and you're going to sell that contract to that person. You're going to assign that contract to the new buyer, okay? You're going to get an assignment fee or some kind of fee for canceling the contract, whatever you want to call it, and that's a way to make money. What I suggest doing is getting wholesaling it to yourself, okay? Why is the original guy who got this wonderful deal under contract, why is he selling it? Well, it's easy. He obviously needs money. Maybe he doesn't want to be a landlord. Maybe he doesn't want to do a flip or anything like that. But I recommend in my book, Addicted to Real Estate, Why I Can't Stop and Why You Should Start, that the best way to get rich in this business is by buying and holding, okay? The easiest money I ever made in this business was by buying and holding. If you go around and you just get deals under contract and you turn around and sell them to somebody, what are you really doing? You're not in real estate investing. That's not real estate investing. That's just making a living, okay? It's the same as having a job. If you do flips, I say the same thing. Flips are just creating income off of real estate. So wholesaling is just creating income off of real estate, all right? But wholesaling to yourself is a real estate investing. Now here's what it is, okay? Same situation. I find this deal. It's a great deal. And I get it under contract. Now I got it under contract, okay? What I do in that situation is there's an opportunity to maybe flip this house or fix up this house and make profit off the rent or whatever. So in order to do that, I'm going to need cash. What I do is I go to a private investor and I explain to the private investor this particular deal, just like I would for those of you out there who borrow private money and do real estate transactions. What wholesaling to yourself is simply you go to that private investor and you explain to him that, look, I was going to wholesale this deal and make $5,000. So what I want to do is I want to overborrow from you $5,000, which is going to come to me. All right, now I don't pay taxes on that money now because it's a loan secured against the house. Now your payment's going to go up a little bit, that's sure. But if it's a strong real estate deal, you can easily make those payments. And so why would you do that? Here you're getting paid just like the wholesaler would, but you get to keep the property. And that is the real way to get rich in this business. Wholesaling to yourself. It's a different kind of idea where you can get paid and yet keep the property. And you're still not using any of your own money, all right? So in this case, obviously, you have to settle on the building, you have to renovate the building, you have to rent the building. There's responsibility involved. But that building may end up being worth twice as much 10 years from now, and you're up 100 grand plus the 5 you pulled out of it, where the wholesaler doesn't even remember that he owned that building at one point. Don't be a guy who just peddles properties, okay? If you need to peddle properties, sometimes you have to do it, okay? I need money from time to time. If my cash flow is tight, I'll sell a building, and I'll flip a building. I'll do something like that. But preferably, wholesaling to yourself is a much better idea to get rich. I want to show you something else now. I want to show you this funny ad behind me that I found on the internet, and I'll tell you what, I'll just let you read it for yourself. My guess is that they were talking about a deck, okay? But it's pretty funny. You know, I was tempted to actually give him a call and ask him when was the deck erected. But, you know, maybe one of you guys can do that. So people have been sending me some emails about my web TV shows. I encourage you to do the same thing. I love the interaction. If you got ideas for a good web TV show or something about this business that you want to learn about, send me an email. A lot of people have been commenting on my long hair. Today I got it slicked back with some gel, but my hair is getting pretty long, and I don't know, I just like trying different looks, you know, and I'm not positive, but I think I got a hitman looking for me, so by changing my look, it makes it harder for him to find me. That's all. That's all. So before we get off today's episode, I want to share an idea with you. The richest people always tend to got rich or get richer in a bad economy. And you got to ask yourself, why is that? And I think it's pretty simple. I think the reason that happens in life is because they figure out a very simple answer to a very simple question. What works in a bad economy? I mean, in this kind of economy that we're going through here, which Obama the Destroyer has thankfully served up for us, that's right, I blame him for all of it, everything. Okay, so with that problem going on right now, with what's happening in the economy today, it's true that most businesses are not doing well right now, but does that mean that all of them aren't doing well? No. There's always a small percentage of certain ideas that always work in a bad economy. You want me to share one with you? You got it. How about Realty Mark 100, okay, the sponsor of today's show? They're giving 100% commission for only $100 a month. Now, agents are flocking over there, okay, to keep 100% of their commission. And it's a great company. It's professionally managed, and they went from 0 to 250 agents in 9 months, okay, which is, it makes them, you know, it took RE/MAX 4 years to do that, and they did it in 9 months, okay? And why did they do it? Because they got a great system, they got a great plan, where they're giving agents, allowing agents to keep all of their money. All right? It's a great idea. And that's not the only idea in the world. There are plenty of ideas that work in this economy. So I want to finish up with just planting a seed in your mind. Ask yourself, what will work in a bad economy? Figure it out, go out, and make it happen. All right? I'm Phil Falcone, and I'm also looking for unlicensed assistants, people who want MLS access. Give me a call if you're interested in doing that. Send me an email. My phone number is above. My website's below. And what I'm also looking for is recruiting realtors who want to learn about real estate investing. If you've got a real estate license and you're a real estate investor, don't hesitate to call me, because if you bring your license over to Realty Mark, I'm going to let you hang around with me. I'm going to let you work out of the same office that I work out of, and you're going to be able to listen to the kind of deals that I do and come with me when I negotiate deals. And that is a priceless, incredibly valuable thing to you as an investor. It took me 22 years to learn this business, all right? And you can learn it just from coming and hanging your license with me and hanging around me and hanging around my partner. Don't forget to pick up a copy of my book, Addicted to Real Estate, Why I Can't Stop and Why You Should Start. It's one of the best ways I know how to one of the best ways I know how to help people. I put a tremendous amount of energy and effort and brain power into this book. And if you don't own a copy of this book, if you haven't read this book, you really got to do it. You need to have this book in your hands. You can pick up a copy of it at addictedtorealestate.com. Website's below. I'm Phil Falcone, and thanks for listening to this message.